friends, today I'm going to be doing my long-awaited, maybe not by you guys, but at least for me to film this video, my skincare routine and products and just everything related to skincare that I use, what I think about them. So really quickly, just a little bit about my skin. I have very fair skin, I have very dry skin, and very like dull kind of like just skin in general. I definitely need to use products to moisturize my skin and to hydrate my skin, so this is kind of where I'm coming from with my skincare routine. So a lot of these things will work whether you have dry skin, oily skin, normal, combo, whatever it is, but everything that I suggest is definitely coming from a dry skin girl's point of view. And I have, like, no joke, at least like 30 products here in front of me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go through every single thing, but I will give you you know, different categories of products that I use and just a couple options in each category of just some products that I've tried. And of course you can buy the nicest makeup in the world, but if your skin does not, you know, look as best as it can be, it's not really gonna matter what you put on it. And while my skin is very far from perfect, it has improved immensely over the last year just with really end up taking care of my skin. Really, I do all my skincare products at night. I don't have a morning routine and a nighttime routine. I just, for me, what I have found that works for my skin is to just leave my skin alone in the morning. So one of the most, in my opinion, important things about skincare is starting with the removal of your makeup. So I'm a regular person and I don't always want to do a like 30-step process of my skin, you know, before I go to bed. But there are some things that I always do every single night, no matter what. I never sleep in my makeup. I used to be really bad at this when I was like a teenager. I would sleep in my makeup, not often, but it happened occasionally, and that's just one of the worst things you can do for your skin. So the first method I'm gonna talk about is just kind of like my bare minimum, what I do every night if I'm wearing makeup. This is like what has to get done no matter how tired I am, no matter if it's 5 a.m. and I'm going to sleep. This has to be done. So if you've watched any of my empties videos for any amount of time, you'll know that my favorite makeup removers are from Epielle. These are super inexpensive. I get the 60 pack and they're $2 from Big Lots. These are the aloe vera. They have so many different ones. They have orange, aloe vera, cucumber, collagen, so many different things. So I like all of them, to be honest, so I just grab whatever I feel like that day. So I always start out with this makeup wipe, and what I use this for is not necessarily using it to remove my face makeup, but rather my eye makeup. So what I will do is I will take one of these tissues, and a little side tip, always store your makeup wipes face side down. That way all the liquid can go to the bottom. That way when you flip it over and you reach for the next wipe, it's going to be the most hydrated. So I always use one of these makeup wipes, and next what I do is kind of a little bit, not what I would say controversial, but you know, some people really like this and some people say never do this. I like to use coconut oil to remove majority of my eye makeup. So like eyeshadow, eyeliner, a little bit of mascara if it comes off. But this is just a repurposed bottle that I put my coconut oil in. I don't like to use coconut oil all over my skin because some people have mentioned that it is very high on the scale, that like it would cause like clogging your pores and things like that. So for the most part, I do just use this on my eyes. Some people like it, some people don't. It's really inexpensive coconut oil. I like it and it works for that. So that's how I remove most of my eye makeup. And then next, usually with the same cloth, I will apply a little bit of this Etude House mascara remover. This one is like one of those dual phase ones. You just kind of shake it up like this and it'll all mix together, and then you just put a few drops of this on, and I'll kind of like press and hold it on my mascara or on my lashes to remove my mascara, and it does a pretty good job at removing a lot of mascaras that I have. Some are super stubborn mascaras, but for the most part I find that this does a really great job. And for my simplest method, what I will do is I'll usually take one more of those Epielle makeup wipes and I will saturate it with like a micellar water. This is just the one that I have right now. I really like this one. This one's from TJ Maxx. It was $5 and it smells amazing. It's from the brand Good Things and it's the Acai Berry Multitasking Micellar Water. So I'll just soak the makeup remover in that, and I'll do that all over my face, my lips, my brows, and that's pretty much if I'm doing bare minimum makeup removal. Like, I've got 3 minutes before my head is hitting that pillow. That is what I will do to remove my makeup. And of course, on the nights that I am going to take a few more steps for my skincare, this is what I will do next. Another really important thing that I love using is toner to kind of like as the last step of like your cleansing process. So I'll take like a little cotton pad or circle, and I will put toner on that and just go all over my face. And I have a lot of different toners that I'm like going back and forth with right now, and I have made an entire video dedicated to like these Korean toners that I really love, so I will link that video if you guys want to hear more about that in depth. And this is more of just from my experience of using like some Korean beauty toners. So I find that there's generally about two kind of types. There's like one that's like a watery toner that's a little bit more of like a tightening kind of effect, you know, and there is more of like a gentler kind of version of toners that are more gel-like and are more of kind of like a really light moisturizer almost in a way. So one toner that I've been using a lot right now is one from the Saem. It's called the Iceland Hydrating Toner. Looks like this. It's got a really cool kind of like bottle, and this one's more of like what I would consider like a traditional like really watery kind of toner that kind of tightens your pores a bit. So I always love using toner because even if you've washed your face, there are tons of times when I wipe my face with toner and makeup still comes off and it just removes that last bit of makeup. And then quickly, one that I have that I do like that is more of like a gel kind of toner. This one is from Skin Food and it's called the Lettuce and Cucumber one. This one again, very gentle. It's more gel-like, a little bit thicker than water. It's not quite a gel, but definitely a little bit thicker than this one. So another alternative I will do if I do not use the micellar water route to remove my skin. So if I've just removed all my eye makeup and I still have my face makeup on, one thing I really love using, and again I've also made a full video comparing these two products, so again I'll have those linked if you'd like to hear more about these in depth, is I will use a cleansing balm. So the two that I have, this first one is from Chateau Labiotte. It's their wine cleansing balm. I love this one. And then a little bit cheaper one that I got from Rose Shop is from Lala the Queen. This is called the Cleansing Sorbet. These are very, very similar products. They are a very light, kind of almost barely solid oil that melts like as soon as you touch it, and it just melts away your makeup really amazingly. So these, you just rub them all over your skin. I think it's perfect if you are a dry skin girl because these leave a nice like moisturized feeling to the skin after you've rinsed them away, and it just feels my skin feeling really nice and hydrated. So if I have more time, then I will do those. I typically do this route the most often in my skincare routine, is using the makeup cleansing balms. An alternative to the cleansing balm would just be using a foam cleanser. This is one I have that I got from Rose Shop. This is from the brand Epielle. It's called the Deep Clean Foam Cleanser, and I literally think this was like $2 or $3. So going on to the next phase, which is more of kind of like what I would consider like a treatment kind of phase. So after I have removed all my makeup, there are a few different kind of like routes that I will take. So the simplest one is after my toner, I will apply an emulsion. So the emulsion that I have, it goes along with the toner that I have. This one is the Iceland Hydrating Emulsion from the Saem, and this one is basically, it's just like a really super thin moisturizer, so it sinks into the skin really quickly. So I will either use those kind of products if I don't really feel like putting on like a heavy, thick, proper like cream moisturizer. And sometimes I will do this instead of the emulsion. Sometimes I'll do it with it. It just kind of depends on what I feel like doing that night. Like I mentioned, my skin is very, very fluid, kind of like how it adapts to different products. So I can use like a whole bunch of different things and not like be stuck to this like rigid skincare routine. So the next thing I think is one of the single most important products if you are a dry skin girl, and even if you have oily skin too, but definitely if you have dry skin, is to find a facial oil that you really like. My favorite one is from Measurable Difference. This one is from Marshall's. It was $8 for this giant bottle. I have also talked about these oils a billion times on my channel, so I won't go too much into it, but this one is called the Amaranth Hydrating Body Oil. I use it on my face too. You can use it on your body, you can use it on your hair, you can use your nails, your skin, whatever you want. And this has lasted me forever. I think I bought this last summer. But I will do a drop on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my chin, maybe sometimes on my nose. And I will apply this to skin, just rub it into my skin and just slather it on and go to bed. And my skin has never been better since I have started using a facial oil. I've also had this one. This is the Rosehip Hydrating Body Oil. They have the honeysuckle one. They have lavender. They have a jasmine one, I think. They have a lot of them, so I really like these. And again, for the price, $8, it has lasted me well over a year, and it's just really, really nice. So if I didn't apply an oil or an emulsion to my skin, another option that I will do is doing a sleeping pack or a sleeping mask. Again, I have also done videos dedicated to these. I did a buy or bye video last, I feel like maybe like last November, December. These are some of my favorite sleeping masks, and they're so adorable. They look like little bubble teas, and they're by Etude House. I have to say, I think there's 3 different ones. There's the strawberry one, there's this one is like the black tea, and then there's a green tea one. And this has lasted so long. It doesn't like look that big, but it really does last you forever. It's this kind of like gel kind of feeling, and it's got these little beads at the bottom that you kind of like burst and kind of like mix all together and apply to your face, and then you leave it on overnight, and then in the morning you can either rinse off what is still on your skin, or you can just leave it on your skin. Like for me personally, there's never really that much residue left on my skin at night. I guess my skin just really sucks up all the products that I use. So again, you can wash it off if you need to, but for me, I never really have to. And there's a million sleeping packs and sleeping masks. Another one, I just showed this one in my June favorites. This is one I've been using recently. It's the Donkey Milk Yogurt Sleeping Mask. Again, this one's a little bit more of a stickier, tackier feeling, and I typically do have to kind of wash this one off a little bit in the morning, but still a really good one. And again, it's not really so much about the products themselves that I'm recommending, but more of just like the type of product. So sleeping packs are always really good options. Again, if you want a really easy skin treatment that you don't have to like leave on your face and like wash off for like 30 minutes or something, this one you literally just sleep and you're good. The next thing that I love doing, and I think works for just, again, everybody, no matter what your skin type is or your age or anything, is sheet masks. So I love sheet masks. I am kind of a sheet mask junkie, and I will show you all the sheet masks that I have right now. So these are all the sheet masks that I have. I probably have maybe like, I don't know, 30 to 50 sheet masks here, but I also love sheet masks because they're generally very cheap. You can get packs of them. I typically don't like to spend more than about $1 a sheet mask. I think anything more than that is either a little bit of, I don't know, either a waste, or sometimes I'll spend a little extra $1 or $2 if it's kind of like a really cool kind of gimmicky sheet mask. There are millions of sheet masks, and in my opinion, I really don't think there's such thing as necessarily a bad sheet mask. So quickly, just a couple sheet masks that I have. These are from the same brand that makes the makeup wipes that I love. These are Epielle. These are the honey and oat moisturizing masks. I think it comes in a box of 3 masks, I think, for $2. So definitely under $1 a piece. And these, I love these so much. They are just so good, and I get these in big lots, so they're very readily accessible to me, so I love that as well. Also by Epielle, these are the Snail moisturizing masks. Again, same price. Some more from Epielle. These are the Facial Essence Activated Charcoal ones. I have tons and tons of these. I have some from like Mimi Box. These are from the brand Bonvivant. I haven't yet to try these yet, so a bunch of those. These are probably my favorite, and I have so many of these. These are from the brand Epielle. I get these from Rose Shop, and they're typically about around like 50 to 60 cents a piece. And these, I have the most of these, like so many. These are the milk ones. There's chocolate milk, banana milk, there's like regular white milk, strawberry milk, green tea, coconut milk, coffee milk. So I I love those. Number one, they're just so adorable. They're so cute. They're also like 60-ish cents, so that's well below the $1 mark, and I think that they just smell great, and they're just my favorites. I love those. Then a couple others, I've done face mask reviews of these as well. This one is the Secret Key Silver Foil Mask. This one was kind of like a little bit of a gimmicky one. I thought it was gonna be like an actual foil mask. It's more of just like a silver, like shimmer kind of mask. And this one is from It's Skin. It's called the Prestige Rose de Black. So this one's just kind of like, it looked a little more luxury-ish, and it was like rose. It has black rose and rose water. So this one I also like if you like rose, but I wouldn't really buy those again. And then the last one I have, these are also from Bonvivant. This was like a pack of them. This one's called the Illuminator Age Cover Mask Pack. I almost said ass pack. And then the final product I want to talk about is a little spot treatment kind of product that I'll use occasionally. It's not something I'll use every single night, but I'll use it, you know, a couple times a week if I have a lot of breakouts or anything like that. And these are both from the brand Ciracle. I kind of mix this up, so you're not supposed to mix it up. So this one is the Pink Solution Pink Powder. So usually it's like a little pink powder with a clear liquid on top, and what you do is you don't shake it, but you take a little Q-tip, you dip all the way down in it, and you pull it out, and you're left with like the little pink powder and a little bit of the drying solution, and you just dot it on your face wherever you have a pimple and leave it on overnight, and then just wash it off in the morning. And you know, if you do that, like usually I'd say like 2 nights in a row, it'll clear up a pimple pretty well. There are a million brands that make this. I think the very first company I ever saw made it was like Mario Badescu, but there are tons and tons of companies that make these. I think they're all pretty similar. And then they also have this other one that I haven't used too much just because it's a little bit dark for me, but this one is also from Ciracle. It's called the Pimple Solution CC Powder, and it's basically the same thing, but instead of it being a pink powder, it's like a skin tone color powder. So I think it's kind of meant to be used to, like, if you're going to either apply makeup on top of it or something. And then the final thing I want to talk about really quickly is overall just doing like masks. So if you want something super cheap, really readily available, I really love the Freeman line. They look like this. I got a whole bunch of them from Ulta a couple years ago for like $3 a piece, and I just kind of went crazy. This is one I really like. It's called the chocolate and strawberry one. There are so many different ones. I've done videos on these. This is the Bonvivant Mellow Clay Mask. This one is the Jeju Volcanic one. I love it. There's a lot of really fun kind of gimmicky masks. This is one from Eliza Vec and Milky Piggy, and it's the carbonated one. So you put it on your face and it bubbles up, and you kind of end up looking like Squidward, which is really funny. This one is from Lano Cream. This one is a bee venom face mask. This one, obviously, if you're allergic to bees, do not use this. But if you are kind of like a masochist like me, and you don't mind kind of slightly tingling, warm, burning sensation masks, this one I really like. It has a Manuka honey in it. This one's really cute if you kind of like the Korean kind of beauty packaging. This one totally got me in. This one is called the Rub-In Gelato Pistachio Mask. It's so cute. It looks like a little ice cream. This one's good. It has adzuki bean particles in it for like exfoliating. There's also a rice version. This one I have is from W Lab. It's the Sebum Out. This one is kind of like a black peel off charcoal-y kind of mask, and that one's fun if you like peeling masks. And then another peeling mask I have. This one's from Bonvivant. It's called the Original Chrome Peel Off Mask, and this one I did a video on. It looks really cool. It's kind of like this white pearly iridescent peel off mask that's also really fun. So I could go on and on about skincare products for like another 4 hours if you wanted me to, but I don't think anyone does. So this was my huge long video of my skincare routine, of the products that I use, some products I recommend. And again, it's not really so much about these specific products that you need. It's just about finding what types of products you need and what types of products work best for your skin. Like for me, oils are a huge part of keeping my skin looking nice. Not even looking nice, just looking human, because if I don't, I have very dry, flaky, crusty skin, and that's just never a cute look. So I hope this was a little bit of a helpful video. Sorry if it was a little overwhelming, but this has been like a year's accumulation of my favorite skincare products. And again, I do go back and forth using a whole bunch of different things, and that works for me. Some people need a really strict like skin regimen for them, and it's all about just finding what works for you. And hopefully there was something in this video that you were able to use and incorporate into your skin journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.